Sabi po niya na, anak, kantahin mo yan kay MC sa kasal niya. Hindi ko po maalala kung, I don't know exactly when I realized that my father is a pastor. But when I was growing up as a kid, I just knew something was different about our family with other families. My father was away a lot. Growing up, district pastor po kasi si daddy. But kahit po ganun, I don't remember ever up until now that sumama po yung loob ko sa daddy na dahil lagi po siyang wala. Nung medyo lumalaki-laki na po kami, sinasabi niya na kami. Mas malimit po kasama si Kuya no dahil mas matanda siya. Mas bata ako, mas alagain, so naiiwan po ako sa bahay. But as I grew older, Daddy would also bring me along. If it's a long trip, if it takes a few days before he could come back, it would usually be my older brother that he would take along. But if it's just on a day, like in a fellowship or to the church, he would bring me along. And ganun pong kaaga, I saw how he was well loved by the brethren. Kung gano'n po siya kamahal ng kapatiran. And although he's away a lot, I have never thought of him being, not available for us. I've always thought, kahit po wala siya, he's there for us all the time. Growing up, we had to move from one place to another. The longest that we would stay in one house would be 3 years. Except for nung later na nasabay siya na kami, medyo nagtagal-tagal. Because he didn't have to actually move to a different house when he was assigned to a different place. And pero kahit po gano'n, to a point, nung bata po kami, na-enjoy namin yun. Naalala ko po ako po sa kasi Kuya. Parang excited pa kami the night before kami maglilipat. Karaniwan kasi madaling araw ang paglilipat. And we see mga kapatid po sa church. Nandun po sila sa bahay the night before helping us pack our things. Move our, furniture, isasakay sa truck. Okay? And then madaling araw, pinipilit pa kami na matulog na kami kasi mapupuyat kami sa biyahe. Pero syempre, excited kami. During that time, we shared yung excitement na si Daddy ay ma-assign sa bagong distrito. Siyempre, nung lumaki-laki na kami, parang ayaw na namin dahil meron ng mga barkada, Pero, ang hindi ko po makakalimutan kay Daddy is, lagi po niya kami nire-remind na anak kayo ng pastor, na everybody's looking at you, that you should be good examples that you are part of my ministry. Kabahagi kayo sa trabaho ko. So, ang mga tao po kasi ay mas hirap magpatawad sa pamilya ng pastor. Ano po? Kapag may nagkamali ho, ay madaling patawarin. Pero pag yung pastor at saka yung kanyang pamilya, medyo mahirap po patawarin. Kaya yun po ang laging sinasabi sa amin ni Daddy na ang lahat ng tao ay nakatingin sa inyo. And kasama kayo sa ministry. Hindi po kami, siguro ngayon ay mayaman na si Daddy dahil kay Kuya. Pero nung naalala ko, nung kami ay maliit pa, ako ba yung naibili ni Daddy ng laruan? Siguro yung mga tao-tauhan na maliliit. He was there always. When my brother and I saw our friends had their own bicycle, we also wanted our own bicycle, and he did buy us a bicycle, taught us how to ride a bicycle. You needed toys. Of course, growing up as a boy, I wanted guns, right? And hindi naman niya ako pinagbawal sa amin, pero hindi ko niya kami binibili ng baril-barilan. Ginagawa ko niya kami ng baril-barilan. Probably the first lessons in carpentry that we received from my dad. Only then I realized si Daddy pala yung nag-enroll sa technical courses dati. Yun po aming mga truck-truckan na bote ng alcohol, at saka yung tsinelas, yung mga bangkak po nagawa sa tsinelas. He taught us na plumbing, yun po, natutunan ko din kay Daddy sa kapapanood sa kanya kung pag nag-aayos ko ng mga nagli-leak ng mga tubo. Ngayon parang probably not for my dad, I wouldn't have an interest in those things. But one thing that I also remember is when I was in high school, after I graduated from high school, I wasn't sure what career to take. Should I take theology or should I take medical technology? Sa yearbook ko nga po, wala po doon nakalagay. Sabi po sa amin, okay, sulat niyo sa papel, ano yung ambition niyo. And I didn't know, do I want to be a pastor like my dad? Do I want to be a doctor or a medical technologist? I didn't know at that time, so I wrote there to be a good husband to my wife and a father to my children. Kung makikita niyo po yung yearbook ko nung ako pa senior, yun po ang nakalagay. A week before enrollment sa PUC pa ho noon, sabi ko kay Daddy, magpapastor ako. Instead of jumping for joy and encouraging me, he told me, sigurado ka. Kung sigurado ka, matutuwa ako. Kung sigurado ka, matutuwa ako na ipapamana ko sa iyo lahat ng libro dito sa bahay at mayroong susunod sa yapa ko. Sa dinami-dami ko pong uncle na pastor, wala po akong alam na pinsan na pastor. Sabi niya, kung magpapastor ka, di ikaw lang ang sa second generation namin na magpapastor. Pero huwag kang magpapastor kung hindi ka sigurado. The work of a minister is serious work. It requires dedication. And if you're not dedicated, if in the end you will choose to leave the ministry, huwag niyo munang umpisahan. I would be happy if you will be a minister, a pastor, but be sure that you know what you're going to do, you know what you're doing, and that you really want that for you. Kaya po ilang araw bago po mag-start ang enrollment sa PUC, nag-decide po ako, mag-medtech ako. Another thing that I also remember from my dad in one of our conversations, narinig ko rin po sa ibang mga tao how dedicated my father was in his work, in his ministry. Growing up, marami po kalagitnaan ng gabi, matutulog na kami. Church members would come to our house for counseling. Minsan po nakahiga na si Daddy. Maaga po kasi matulog yan si Daddy. Gabi na, may dadating po for counseling, may mga problema. And my mother would wake him up and to entertain the brethren. Ganun po siya ka-dedicated. And hindi ko po alam sa inyo, hindi ko po, kung aalalahanin ko po si Daddy, I wouldn't remember him as a pastor who is known for the record of baptisms. Hindi ko alam ang record ng baptism na Daddy, kung gano'ng kadami siyang kinasal or whatever. Because I think, as far as I know, hindi po yun ang goal ni Daddy. He told me once in our conversations, the number one responsibility of a pastor or a minister is to take care of the flock. It's not to gather, at least church pastor po siya noon, hindi yung magbinyag. Sabi po niya, ang number one responsibility niya ay alagaan po ang member sa church. And hanggang ngayon po ay naalala ko yun. And nung sinabi po ni Mama, magsasalita kami. And it's supposed to be a tribute. No words, nothing I say here would be enough as a tribute to my dad. I think the best that I can do is to follow his example. The best that we can do to pay tribute to what Dad has done is to follow his dedication to the work and to his family. Sana po, in the end, we can all say, like my dad, that we have fought a good fight, we have run the race, and we've kept the faith. Amen.